We are reconvening the Ways and Means Committee. I am your acting chair, Councilman Burnett, District 8. We're also joined by Councilmember Porter. And let's see, Mara from Finance is here. And I think we're going to be joined by Councilman Dorsey in a second. So we are hearing, I don't have the council bill number. Does it matter really? I guess it does. Council Bill 23-0381, Ordinance of Estimates for fiscal year ending in June 30th, 2024. And before us, we have Environmental Control Board.
Good afternoon. Paul O'Malley, Deputy Director, Environmental Control Board. Our Executive Director, Brittany Vendries, is out of town, so she couldn't be here today. The Environmental Control Board is responsible for the adjudication of citations issued by other city agencies that affect sanitation, environmental health, safety, and quality of life issues. The mission of the agency is to provide a fair and impartial hearing process to anyone that receives an environmental citation, and to use that hearing process to educate and to encourage change behavior. As far as our 2024 fiscal goals go, the focus will be on stronger collection efforts, which involve filing suit on 9 liens from citations dealing with animal control, tobacco sales to minors, and illegal dumping in partnership with the Law Department and the Department of Finance. That is all I have, Councilman. And I'm willing to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. And I will, just for full transparency, note for the public that I'm a member of the council appointee to the Environmental Control Board. so people know. And just for the public so they know. If I start asking you really hard questions or really easy questions, they'll know why. Any questions from members of the committee? We've been joined by Councilmember Ramos and Chair Costello. You have questions? You have Councilmember Porter? You don't.
Yeah, I do.
Here you go.
Sorry. Find my question. Yeah, yeah. Hi, how are you? I had a question about, in the budget book, it talked about that one of the things that you're trying to do now is rather than citing it, accepting the citation first, but trying to make sure that there's diversion programs.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you talk about a little bit more about what that means? What are those programs? Because, if somebody has a $1,000 citation for, having a vacant building and we want them actually cited, and they come to you about, something else, like how's that happening?
Yeah, the failure to obey citations typically are not eligible for diversion.
Right, okay.
Diversion's typically the lower level offenses, high grass and weeds, an unregistered vehicle. If people have not been cited within the past 5 years, then we push them towards the diversion program. And the diversion program is basically our community liaisons reach out to the owners or the offenders and have a 15, 20-minute conversation with them about the importance of not offending as they have been. And it's been pretty successful. I went through the numbers earlier. Last year, 2022, we had 229 people referred for diversion, and there were only 4 reoffenders. So it's been working.
So that means that, for people who are first-time offenders, you do this, or?
First-time offenders are people that haven't had an offense in the last 5 years.
Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah. Just to let them know, hey, got to mow the grass and all of that.
And it's to lower our caseload, too.
Oh, sure. How many liaisons do you have?
We have 2 community liaisons.
And so they look at where where the citations are coming from, and, because the question I had was more around the failure to abate, because I figured we don't have a diversion program for that, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Councilmember Porter?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I did have a quick question to follow up on Councilwoman Ramos's question about community liaisons. One of the issues that I'm experiencing is that the Environmental Control Board is understaffed. You all do a lot of work, and I'm wondering how we can increase capacity to your department for like collaboration with possible like the health department and other like other agencies that kind of handle some of those issues. So like in my district, we have like high grass and weeds and things of that nature, sanitation issues, inspections with the Department of Housing. I'm wondering if there can be some sort of capacity building or interagency agreement with those respective agencies. Have you all looked into that?
I don't believe we have. I'm not exactly sure. I've only been the deputy director here for 2 months.
Okay.
I don't
Welcome.
think we have a problem with our staffing at this time. There's only 8 full-time employees in there and 5 contractual hearing officers, but the community liaison's been doing a good job and they're not too overworked.
Okay. Yeah, I think they are doing a good job. I just think we're missing some of the large swath of environmental sanitation issues in the city. And so I would love to kind of talk with you about that a little bit more and what that looks like, particularly the partnership or possible partnership with within the health department.
Right on. I can talk to the executive director when she gets back into town.
Okay.
And get back to you on that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. No further questions. I talk to you all the time, so
Yes.
I think I'm good.
Thank you, Councilman.
All right, no further questions. We are in recess until 3 p.m. We have the Office of Equity and Civil Rights. Thank you.